Good afternoon, Javier Franco. Perspective from my porch. Steps for Success Life Coach. Um, the last time you saw me, I was talking about obstacles in our life, and I was telling you all about my accident and how that hinders me from doing the things that I wanted to do for this year. And as I sat in my hospital room, I'm sorry if I can't hold my camera steady for some reason. I don't have a place to stand it. Anyway, as I was sitting in my hospital room, I was thinking about, well, now what? Now I can't work. Now I can't ride my mowers. I can't. Well, I can't work anyway. And I thought, well, what's going to happen to my flea market? What's going to happen to this, to that, to that? And as I was going through that, I stopped myself and I said, you know, you talk about obstacles in people's lives. You talk about your obstacles. You talk about things and how to overcome them. It's time that you rethink that what I need to do to accomplish the same things, but in a different manner. Now, I've talked about goals and short-term goals, long-term goals, mid-term goals, and at that point in the hospital room in the rehab center there in Abilene, Hendrick Medical Rehabilitation Center, great place to be, by the way. As I sat there, uh, just thinking, because sometimes I'd have a few hours, about 3, 4 hours just to watch TV or read or something. So one day I was laying there in bed and I thought, you know what? You can do a lot. You can do a lot of things still. Um, you can organize from your recliner at the house. You can organize things. I've organized activities in the past. I've organized programs in the past, and all in the comfort of an office. And I thought, why can't I do that same thing at my house on my recliner? I have a desk that I can sit there and think about and write things or record things that I want to do, that I want to accomplish. Yes, I have to ask people for help, and yes, I'm going to have to adjust to helping people to help, and that's the hardest thing that we have. I'm sorry, I'm looking at my neighborhood kids over there. Uh, that's the thing we're going to have to do. I'm going to have to adjust my life to asking people, okay, are you willing to help for these things? Are you willing to help to accomplish the following things? I spoke for some men with some men the other day, and I said, okay, this is what needs to be done. I used to mow the church, and there's people who are mowing the church, and I said, okay, can I help organize when the church gets done? Can I help organize the following activities? And they seem to say okay, because I'm doing it now. And as I watch them answer, as I watch them do things, sometimes the obstacles in your life are things that are not that hard to overcome. You know, how hard is it for me to ask somebody? It's hard. Can I do it? Yes, I will. Will I do it? Of course I can. My sisters always tell me, you have no shame. You just ask anybody. If you're hungry, you'll ask somebody for food. I go, yeah, I will, because I've done the same thing to others and I've blessed others. I don't need food. The one thing I will do is not go hungry with the people that I know. Trust me, I will not go hungry. And please don't bring me food right now. So there's things that we have to adjust, especially in the obstacles that we have. There's things that we have to adjust sometimes to get to. We're still going to get to the same goal. We're still going to get to the same thing that I wanted to do. I'm still going to be able to do the same things. Will I be able to accomplish them all? Maybe not. But by golly, I'm going to get close to it. But I'm going to get close to it by asking people that I know who are willing to do the work and are willing to contact me and are willing to help me gain the goals that I want. I read something one day. It was biblical, and it was where the men uh, put down the sick person. They put him through the top of a hut. They dug a hole, And it says, yes, it matters who you run around with. And it does. I have friends who are bikers. I have friends who are church members. I have friends who are just out there. Uh, Friends that if you see me around, you'll go, what is he doing with him? I have people I can call on, and they're not all from the same cultural society. They're from, they're all great people. That's all I got to say. They're all great people, great friends. Is it important to surround yourself with people who are going to help you? Yes, very much so. And you'll know really quick who's going to help you, and you'll know really quick who has the excuse of, well, I don't have time. Second or third time that they tell me that, I quit asking. But at the same time, the majority of the people that I deal with, and same thing with you. You have people that hopefully you have somebody that you can run to, or you can ask, hey, I need this. And yeah, people are going to be busy, but to me, if I can, I'm going to help somebody. And right now, it's hard for me to help anybody, but I'm going to try my best. And that's an obstacle right now that I have. That's something that hinders me from getting to where I want to be. Can I do these videos? Yes. I just walk out my porch, sit on my desk, my rocking chair, and feel the cool breeze. I'm not going to come up here at night because there's a whole lot of mosquitoes. That's a problem. That's an obstacle. Mosquitoes not letting me come out here at night, which is fine. Uh, but we have to reevaluate our goals. We have to evaluate what we want to do, and sometimes it's necessary. Tonight, I'm going to speak at church, and I'm going to talk about how it's important that we are confident in what we're asking for, and how we have to be confident in in praying for certain things, and that God is going to answer. Uh, Same thing with my friends. I know that if I call somebody, they're gonna right now. If I call somebody and I say, "Hey, I need the help," it might not be immediate, but what I need done doesn't need to be immediate because they're gonna help me get to my goal. I guess the thing that I want to say as I end this is, if you can't get to your goal, because there's so many things that are hitting you on the face, and so many things that are just hindering you from getting there. Sit back, reevaluate, and rethink it. And I'm going to tell you, there's going to be a way for you to do it, and there's more than one way to catch a fish. I've talked about this, that when I fish, I'd sit on the bank because I don't like being in the water. I'd sit on the bank and I would fish out towards the lake. As boats came in and they were fishing, guess what they were doing? They were fishing towards the shore. So I'm thinking, so who's right? What if I catch a fish and they don't? Does that mean I'm right? No. What if I don't catch a fish, and they catch a fish? I can't talk. What if they catch a fish from the boat fishing off the bank? What am I going to do? Am I going to change to their technique and fish right where I am at? Or am I going to continue fishing out there? It doesn't matter because both ways are right. Both ways are correct. There's some things that there's more. What do they say? There's more than one way to skin the cat. Well, guess what? There's more ways to accomplish your goals. Look at your goals. Don't let something major stop you from going. Sit back, reevaluate, think about it, and then go forward. I'm going to see y'all later on. This is Wednesday. I'll see y'all later on again. Hopefully I can get better and better so I can talk more about things that I want to talk about. Thank y'all. I'll holler at y'all later.